The last video I wanted to share for our Everything Google course is how to create a Google Classroom. I know throughout this course we operated through our Google Classroom, but I kind of want to show you what it's like on the teacher end for any of you who aren't familiar with it. So I have backed out of my Google Classroom account. So as you can see, I have a couple of test classes, and then I have the Everything Google course. So if I wanted to create my own course, just like y'all joined a course, you're going to hit the plus sign, except this time I'm going to click Create Class. You can call it whatever you want to. You can put a section number, you can include a subject. This is really up to you. I think you have to fill out this top line, and then the bottom two are optional. And just click Create. And watch it take forever. There it goes. Okay, so now just like you saw in our Everything Google class, you have your stream, you have your students, and you have your about. Well, first I want to show you the students tab, because the only way they have access, just like y'all had access to mine, is if they have the class code. So you would have to have your students navigate to Google Classroom, and just like you joined my class, join this class and enter this class code. When you do, when you go to your student tab, it's going to have the list of all your students who are enrolled in your class. On the About tab, just like I did, this is a place where you can add class materials. If there's something you're going to reference every single week in your classroom, instead of having to constantly put it on the newsfeed, this is where I would put it. I put my reference charts for my math star test here because I wanted them to always have a copy. If they didn't have a paper copy, they knew they could get a copy here. And that was just one way I could make it a little bit easier so they're not having to go through their stream to find it. This is also the place if you want to add a teacher. If you have another teacher, I know especially at the middle school, y'all do the math and reading labs. If you're going to put different math material in there and they're going to work on it in a different classroom, you might use this option to invite a teacher. That way they have access to that class on the teacher end and they can help the students as needed. So that's your students in your About tab. Your most important tab you're going to operate out of is your Stream tab. I'll go over the different formats you can do for just to make the class look prettier. You can select a theme or upload a photo over here in the middle on the right-hand side. If you want to change what picture is on here, like I'll change my theme. They have different options you can pick from. And then you'll watch now my theme has changed. Those are just different appearance things you can change. Moving down, if you'll look on the left-hand side, these are some options you're going to want to pay attention to. If you delete an item and you want them to be visible, you can kind of change it to where it shows deleted items. The most important thing in this little area to focus on is this option. Students can post and comment. Students can only comment, or only teachers can post or comment. You know, this is depends very much on the type of students you have and the class you have. I've had it before where students could post and comment and it kept the conversation very academic throughout the course. And I've had classes where I'm like, nope, only I can post and comment because they're talking about what they did over the weekend. Another thing on this left-hand side that I think is really important is the Add a Topic option. This helps you outline all your assignments based off of your unit topics. For math, this was super beneficial because if I had something they needed to go back and work on in place value, they could select the topics over here and go back directly to just place value. This, I'll also show you when you're creating an assignment, how you assign it to a certain topic. Your upcoming work is all going to depend on the date if you choose to give a due date to your assignments. Now, what you will use the most is going to be this plus sign in the bottom right-hand corner. When you click on this plus sign, you don't click on it. When you just highlight over it, you have 4 options. You can reuse a post, create a question, create an assignment, or create an announcement. I'm going to show you the announcement first. The announcement is just something you're sending out there that's not necessarily something that they have due on the computer or on the Chromebook. I use my announcement if I was telling them book work they needed to work on, if I was going to say, hey, we're not going to have homework this week. This is really just going to replace what you would write on your dry erase board. I'll just make one, no homework this week. This is the opportunity. This is a place you have to assign it to a topic. If you needed to assign it, say I wanted to assign it to place value. And then you have 4 choices at the bottom. You can attach something that's locally from your computer. You can attach something from your drive. So this is going to connect to anything you have in your drive. You can paste a link to a YouTube video, or you can paste a link to an outside website. After you have attached or connected anything you need, you have the option over here, of course, with the trash can if you don't want to use it to throw it away, or you have options underneath this post drop-down arrow. You can post it, which means it's posted now. You can schedule it, which means it won't be posted until a certain date, or you can save it as a draft if you want to save it and you're not certain when you want to post it. So for today, I'm just going to post it. And now you will see that it's going to show up on my stream. The next option you have over here is create an assignment. It looks very similar to create an announcement, except you just have more options. You can give it a title. You can include instructions. You can pick a due date whenever you want it to be due. Should probably pick one that has not passed already. I'll look at pick tomorrow. You can pick a topic again, and then you have the same options where you can attach something. I want to show you your drive really quick. It's going to automatically pick the recent tab. If it's something you just created, this is the easiest way to find it. If not, just search by whatever you named it. It makes it easier to find. You can also upload from your computer here as well. What that's going to do is it's going to upload it to your Google Drive. So now it's saved on your computer and your drive if you wanted to attach it. And again, you have the same options over here. You can assign it, you can schedule it, or you can save as a draft. So I'm going to go ahead and assign it. And another one we have here is create a question. So let's see. I'll do a very simple one. If you wanted to create a question where they could go out and answer it actually in the classroom, it looks very, very similar to the assignment. The only difference is if you'll look right here, you have short answer or multiple choice. So just like your Google Forms, you have the options to create choices for them to pick from down at the bottom. And you have the options to let students see the class summary or not see the class summary. You can pick a topic. You can pick a due date. I'm going to backtrack it and make it look like it was already due. You can add additional instructions. You can still attach things the exact same way. And you have the same options. You can ask it now. You can schedule it, or you can save as a draft. So I'm going to go ahead and ask it. As you see, when you post something, it's posting at the top of your stream, just like any social media site would. So you can reorder them if you want to. If you click these 3 little, actually I need to click on one that's not at the top. If you ever want to move something to the top, you can click those 3 little buttons and move it to the top. The last one you would have to use is the reuse a post. If you have any old classrooms where you have a post, you can reuse it here, but I'm out of time.